Angelica, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've seen you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at your chart and I saw that you got a birthday coming up. Happy
Yes.
birthday.
It's on Voters Day, but
Voters Day, so 42,
Election Day, yeah.
All right. So what's new?
Oh, well, I got a new grandbaby now.
You got a grandbaby.
Yes.
Wow. How
Baby girl.
exciting. A baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
How exciting.
It is.
Yeah, how are you feeling about all that?
Yeah, well, good.
Uh-oh.
And a little not good. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Well, let's look into this a little bit. What's going on?
Well, since my son got married, he's been a little distant, and I haven't had a chance to see him very often.
Okay.
And so, yes, I have a grandbaby, but I don't know how often I'm going to get to see her because I don't get to see him very much as it is.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long has he been married?
Going on 3 years now.
And you said this kind of started shortly thereafter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you spoke with him?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. It's been that long.
He called you about the baby though?
He called me about the baby. I knew the baby was coming and all of that. But before that, it was like, holidays, Mother's Day, maybe my birthday, he would call, those big kind of things. But not like I'm going to call her just out of the blue for no reason.
Okay. Have you had a chance to see the baby yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Okay. No. And normally, because, I'm a Yoxican, so everybody's like family, and every time I had a baby, it's like everybody's in the waiting room and everybody's anticipating and celebrating. Yeah, I'm half Mexican and half Yaqui.
Yoxican. Oh, got you. Okay. All right.
But like everybody
so family's
was there.
Big.
Huge. Like everybody is there at the hospital. My dad even videoed my first birth with my daughter and stuff like that. But they had the baby. They didn't call anybody. They didn't want anybody there. It was just them two. And so I was disappointed about that because, that's like one of those occasions where I'd want to be there and be present and, be part of the celebration and stuff. But I think his wife is not really comfortable with that. So because she doesn't really have that.
What's her culture like?
That family dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have that. She doesn't have a relationship with her father. Her mother is just her mother. She's like a single child, so she doesn't have any aunts or uncles or cousins and things like that. So she's just kind of by herself. So she doesn't. I don't think she really understands that dynamic or how that works for us.
Yeah.
Because we're all kind of nosy and everything is a big deal.
So I would imagine with her being from a different culture, coming into a culture like this, or almost a polar opposite, it's gotta. Yeah, I would think it can be a little intimidating for her.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, actually, yes.
Have you had get-togethers with her over at all in the past 3 years, or?
She's come over like she came over for Christmas one time and maybe one Thanksgiving, but not very much. Yeah. And I know my son's shared with his dad that she struggles a lot. She has a lot of anxiety and things, and so she doesn't like to be around a lot of people just because of how that makes her feel, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think that because our whole family is just involved in everything, that if she gave it a chance, maybe she would be, get to feel a lot more comfortable, maybe feel a lot more supportive. Mm-hmm. But right now, they just get that from church.
So nothing has happened, like at your house or anything like that when she has come over. Now you live with your husband and your child, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and excuse me if I go too far, but there hasn't been any arguments or anything like that when she's been over at the house or between you and your husband. Everything's okay.
Everything's good.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be.
It's a good environment and stuff, and she had come, then she feels comfortable. Like she'll talk and she'll chat and everything, but she's not. I don't know. There's that awkwardness where you're like, she's being okay, but then you're thinking maybe she's not okay. but then you don't want to really push it because then
it can be difficult when you have some social anxiety. It can really be difficult. Yeah. Would there be a possibility of your son maybe coming over with your grandchild, your grandbaby, alone, just them two, or do you think no? And why do you feel that?
Because I think like she's the ruler of that house, and because of their beliefs, like he goes with that. Like my job is to take care of my wife and my child, and that takes priority over everything else. And so, if she's not comfortable, then he won't come by himself. He'll just say, "I'm not going to go."
All right. Now, so we talked a little bit about culture. Spiritually, are you guys in the same level? No. Okay. Let's dive into that a little bit. Let's dive into that a little bit. So, so spiritually, what are your thoughts about that? You're saying that that in his household, is what I'm hearing you saying, in his household, kind of, he's going to go with what her feelings are. He's going to respect that, which is great. Yeah. How does that differ, maybe spiritually
from ours? Well, because we're Catholic, so I raised him Catholic, but he got to an age where he was exploring Christianity. Okay. So now he decided to be a born again Christian.
Okay.
And that's when he met his wife, and then they got married, and so they're really big in their church and they say it is their fellowship, right? Okay. So it's kind of like their church family. And so I'm sure their church family has seen the baby and has been like all over the place with them and everything. But his family, like our family, isn't that way.
I can understand how that's troubling for you.
Yes, it's very frustrating.
Yes, I can understand that if he has his church family is involved more than you are, so I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Have you tried to come up with any solutions to this, or?
Well, he's invited me to go to his church. I've done that. I've gone to his church, but then I'm Catholic. I'm not Christian. So things are different for me. And so then I feel uncomfortable. And I don't feel like I'm a part of all of that. Even though I know they're trying and they introduce me to people and they try to bring me into this fellowship that they have and the way that they do things and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's not what I believe. So that's a really big difference between the two. But then, like, I realize if I want to have that relationship with him, if I want to be able to see him or see my grandbaby, then I'm going to have to go and do that. But then I started thinking, well, why should I have to do that? Because I don't do that to him and say, well, if you want to be a part of my life, you need to come to my church type of thing. But for him, it's like, well, you know where I'm going to be? I'm going to be at the church. And to him, maybe that's him trying to come up with solutions on his own. Like, my wife isn't going to want to go over there, but we're going to be here, so come here. And it's not even maybe about church, more than like, I want to see you, so come to the church so I can see you. I don't know.
Got you.
Maybe.
Okay. I understand. So, okay, so from what I'm gathering, so there's not really a big issue between him and you, or between her and you. It's more just maybe a conflict of ideas, her mental health issues that you're discussing, as opposed to you guys having some kind of conflict with each other. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there isn't really any problem. And I don't have a problem with his religion and his belief or how he's taking care of his family, because he's doing a really great job. And I'm proud of him for that. I just wish that our relationship was more. I wish that he would come over more and be a part of the family more. Because people ask about him and how is he doing, and I wish I had answers for them, but I really don't. I assume no news is good news. So if I don't hear anything, then I'm sure that he's doing great. If something happened, then I'm sure I would hear about it. So, plus another thing is that he's the only one that works. Okay. She doesn't work. She's going to be home with the baby.
So he's pretty busy. So his time is pretty limited.
Yeah, and that was another thing I was thinking, because I was like, maybe it's just me in my head and I'm making things out of nothing. Maybe it's just that he's working so hard, and then with a new baby, I can imagine up late at nights and all that kind of stuff, and then working like 12, 13-hour days or whatever. Maybe that's what it's about, and it has nothing to do.
Could you babysitting maybe be an
her.
option?
I had
Give them a
mentioned
break?
that, but she didn't seem very okay with that. And where they live, her mom is like right down the way because they have an apartment, and so they live in the same apartment complex. Her mom and them, and so
This
it's
is a first
easier.
baby, correct? For
Yes,
both of them?
first baby.
So
they're gonna be like all over
yeah,
that
understand.
kid, and it's not like when you have 2 or 3 and you're like, whatever, that's what they do, and you're just fine with it because you know how that is. But yeah.
Well, this is definitely something we can kind of explore a little bit more over the next few sessions, and discuss this because it sounds like it's very heavy on your heart and very you're thinking about it quite a bit. So I'm interested in finding out where this is going to go and informing in the next 2 weeks when we get together again. See if you hopefully at that time you've had a chance to meet your new baby daughter, but still, that's congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All
Yeah, I'm
right.
excited.
Everything else going okay?
Yeah, everything else has been really good. Yeah, I haven't had any other things. That was like the biggest thing that's happened.
Well, it's huge.
It's a huge thing. Huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to see her soon.
Fantastic. Well, our time's about up here, so we'll get going here, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay.
All right, sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.